I'm supposed to be brand new Sienna turning over a new leaf Sienna, but at the same time, I don't know, this is hard. Hi everyone, it's Catchy, aka OBiGem. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Also the notification bell to be notified of all future videos. And if you like what you see, please do hit the like button so I gotta keep making content like this. So we're back with another episode of Not So Berry, and Sienna here is having some avocado toast for breakfast. So, oh, I know, she just completely reset. Girl, is the avocado toast broken? Each avocado toast. Go ahead, sit down. Thank you, ma'am. Anyway, it's been like a day or two since... Okay, yes, she's going to work. Actually, you know what? Let's work from home, because then we can work on securing some votes. I'm so bored. I really want some toys. Can you please buy them for me? I will be the happiest kid in the world. Yeah, Sienna seems like the type of parent who would buy her kids' happiness off. She's like, sure, whatever, sorry. Yes. But, anyway. It's been a couple days since the wedding, Robin's wedding to Candace. It's been like I think a day or two since that wedding, and Sienna and Zari and Glade have been in here. Yes, Glade's still in the household for right now. I think I might send him back after today, only because I'm pretty sure that Glade's time is like coming up real soon. By time coming up, I mean he's about to die, and I'm not so sure I want him to die at the household. But before he completely passes away, I want him to spend, some time with Zari, take him to the science museum and San Myshuno, and then after that he's gonna go home and be with Nora for the rest of his time. He spent a lot of time with Sienna and Zari, so they had a lot of grandpa, a lot of daddy time, so it's time for Glade to go. I'm a little bit sad. Like I don't know if I'm ready for Glade to go, but Glade has to go. But anyway, since that wedding, Sienna has been in contact with Ezra a lot. They've been chatting and texting on the phone. It's just been, talking. Obviously, Ezra is, a freelance photographer, and I think he's still stationed in Mount Komorebi doing some work out there. So it's really just been chatting. But, the brief moments she had with Ezra and the way that he made her feel, it put a lot of things in perspective for Sienna to the point where she's like, you know what? I think I might actually be ready to find the one, have like a real relationship. But before I can do any of that, I need to clean up my love life. So after she finishes her work from home task today, she's going to set up a series of dates with all of her romantic interests and cut all of that stuff off. But, since we still have to finish some challenge stuff, we're going to make all of them actual dates, and I'm going to do my best to try and gold medal all of them. It's very ambitious for me to try, but, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to let Sienna finish her breakfast, and then she is going to get her work stuff done, and then we'll get into the speed dates. So I decided to do a quick change of plans. I know I said I would do these dates, like, after she was done work, so... anticipating like later in the day, but then when I saw her work from home tasks were to debate somebody and then make a mural, I'm like, okay, we can prioritize some things here. So I already checked off the list debating somebody. That was quick and easy. And then I remembered that at the Art and Science Museum that I want Glade and Zari to go to after Zari gets out of school, there's like a bunch of places you can go in there and make murals. So we'll just have Sienna, Glade, and Zari all go to the museum at the same time, and she can do her work task while Zari and Glade bond and do sciencey stuff. But in the meantime, she invited Ral over here out on a, breakfast date at this point, because it's still like 9 o'clock in the morning. She's like, well, let's get this, all ready to go, and, I'll dump Ral and, clean up my love life a little, because, Poly Sienna was University Sienna, and Sienna now is politician Sienna. Sienna trying to find love Sienna. And it looks like Ral already sees it coming. He's like, why is she asking me out at 9 o'clock in the morning? I haven't heard from her in so many weeks, and this just seems strange. Other than that, or somebody died. But, either way, Raul is sad. But I'm sorry, Raul, we're about to break your heart. Sienna's like, Raul, how are you? How are things? He's like, good, now that I'm seeing you. Like, you're a sight for sore eyes. And she's like, yeah, but it's cold out here, so let's go in and chat some. So as you can see, I queued up quite a bunch of friendly interactions between the two because, one, because these are actual dates, I'm going to try and use this to knock out some of the gold medal dates that we need because we need a lot. Look at Raul giving us the suggestive look. Everybody loves them some Sienna, I swear. Sure. But anyway, we're going to knock that out, and because I need to secure votes for my promotion test, I looped that in there too. But she's really just talking pleasant with him. It's like, how are things? How are you doing? And Raul thinks, maybe she's not going to dump me. Things are going pretty well in this conversation, and I'm a little bit flirty. And so she's like, I don't think Raul's really getting what I'm picking up here, but, I really don't want to hurt him. Like, I'm supposed to be brand new Sienna turning over a new leaf Sienna, but at the same time, I don't know, this is hard. So I pretty much ran the gamut of this date, talked Raul up quite a bit, and now we're getting towards the end of the date task so that hopefully we can gold medal this one because I don't want to waste my time. But I'm just about to have Sienna just ask him to be just friends because we need her to, again, clean up her love life. And this took a while, so I'm thinking we may only have time to do one more date, and then I'll just clear out the rest of her relationships off screen so that she can still, go after school with Zari and Glade to the Art and Science Museum because I want them to have that time together. But Sienna's like, Raul, you are an okay guy, I've known you for quite a while. You're the stepson of my dad's friend's son. I don't know if that's something, but honestly, I think you and I make a little bit more sense as just friends than any type of romantic interest or dating. He's like, well, Sienna, I'm not really that jazzed about hearing that because, I have always thought you were quite beautiful, quite striking, but, given how we barely really talk, and this is the first time in a while I've heard from you, I guess it makes sense that you and I should probably just be friends. And she's like, great, I'm so glad you understand. But, I guess I'll be seeing you, Raul, have fun, with your life. I don't know what I meant by that, but, have a great rest of your life if we never see each other again. It's like, I don't really know how to take that, but, okay, sure. I will, You too, Sienna. She's like, believe me, I will. I'll have a great life. So now that they're just friends, I'm going to end the date early. That way we have time to do one more date. I'm thinking we're going to cool things off with Raul. Raul's sweet, but Sienna never, from any point in that relationship, was expecting that to be anything serious. So I think it makes sense to cut Raul loose so he can have, a real relationship with somebody who's interested in being serious with him. But we will jump right into that next. So I tried to have the date with Raul be at Pepper's too, but I guess the game got confused and would not let me do it. It just auto-canceled the date when I tried to have it be at the same place I already was at. So I'm like, you know what, screw it, we'll go somewhere else. So they're at the movie theater, and she's like, hi, Raul, it's been a minute, but, it's good to see you. And it has been a minute. She hasn't seen Raul since she's been in uni. And I think this one's going to be a little bit harder on her to say goodbye to because, even though she was never serious about Raul is great in bed. So Sienna's going to miss that part, but she's like, and Raul is sweet, and so I really do want to let him go so he can find somebody who's willing to commit to being with him seriously, because honestly, that's just not me. I barely know anything about Raul, and to be honest, the little I do know, I don't think we have a whole lot in common. I don't think this is going to work, so I've got to cut him loose. So she's going to do just that. So the date auto-canceled again. I don't understand what's going on here with that, and I'm a little bit annoyed because this just wasted a whole bunch of time where I'm trying to get some stuff checked off the list and it's just not letting me. So I just let Raul leave, and I guess we'll just do the speed date of her dumping all these people some other time. I'm just gonna let her chill out here and have some coffee until 3 o'clock, because that's when Zari gets out of school. And then her, Glade, and Zari will go to the Art and Science Museum together so they can spend some time together. I guess we'll just make it a grandparents' day. But I am annoyed about this, but oh well. What are you gonna do? So while Sienna is doing her political mural, Zari over here is in the little observatory here observing the sky. And Zari has always been like to himself, because honestly, since he spent most of his childhood with his grandparents, living with them, he didn't really have a whole lot of interaction with other kids. He really just had his grandparents, Nora and Glade. And Glade's always been super encouraging of Zari, and I don't know, I think Zari being in his grandparents' house and being kind of isolated from a lot of other kids is kind of what contributed to him being the loner that he is now. But honestly, like, Zari doesn't really feel that sad about it, because he's like, my grandpa is really cool. He's always encouraging me to be the best that I can be. And, I love my grandparents. I don't really have a need for other kids. And it kind of made him to the point where he didn't really even have a need. Like, he started not to miss Sienna as much, which is kind of bad. But, Sienna's always been kind of doing her own thing. And she kind of dropped the ball as far as her parenting Zari, because she kind of just shifted all of that over to her parents while she fulfilled her dreams. So I think all of that collectively has made it so that Zari's mind has always been kind of always in the clouds. He's not really been concerned about, making friends and, with other people. He's best friends with his grandfather, and his mind has just always been kind of like in the clouds, looking to what's beyond. He's like, my mom's always been so focused on what she has going on in her life. I don't really know a whole lot about her. She doesn't really spend that much one-on-one time with me. And so, I like to escape in my own little world. And, he likes to read about astrology and the stars and planets. And it's gotten him really interested in what's beyond. He's like, man, wouldn't it be cool if there was another planet out there that I could discover? And maybe that's where I really belong. Maybe that's my calling, to discover that and to find those people. And maybe I would fit in with those types of people. And the more he's kind of done research about it, it's just gotten him really excited. He's like, man, wouldn't it be cool to meet other life forms like that? Oh, I would just love to be friends with, an alien or something like that, or get to know different species from some world beyond. And, he's brought it up with Nora a little bit, and he's like, Grandma, like, what do you think about other planets? And Nora's like, I don't know, that seems kind of weird, sorry. But when he told Glade about it, he's like, maybe there is something out there beyond, maybe you could be the pioneer of that, just like I was able to pioneer doing things here in Evergreen Harbor, making everything green and eco-friendly. Maybe that's your calling, to do that to some planet somewhere out there. And he's like, that, Granddad, that's cool. Thank you for encouraging me that way. So Zari is just really excited to be here. And oh shoot, Sienna needs to pee. I might have to have her do that real soon. But he's just really thrilled to be here, because this is his first chance to, like, he's used to using the small telescope in their backyard, and this is the first time he's been able to use his industrial one out over here. And he's like, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm so glad that Granddad suggested we come here and do all this. Where is Glade? He's over here doing whatever. But Zari really is having a blast right now. And, it's kind of sad, though, that Zari doesn't really feel a strong connection with his own parents. Obviously, Sienna dropped the ball by having her parents care for Zari through much of his childhood while she was in college and, doing all that uni life stuff. But it's worse because, like, it's not like she's a single mom. Andre is still around. He just hasn't been involved. Like, he kind of never reached back out after she let him know the paternity of Zari, and it's kind of like messed up that he hasn't made a more of an effort. I feel like it's gotten Glade thinking about that. He's not any type of fan of Andre at all, because he never really cared for Andre. He always thought he was a bad guy, and he like really hated the fact that Sienna procreated with somebody like him, but at the same time, he's also thinking about how he's really close to being at the end of his life right now. And he's all like, I'm not going to be around right now. And Zari needs his dad. He needs a male influence in his life. And after I leave, his dad needs to step up. So I'm actually going to have Glade call Andre and just, you know, really lecture him about being more involved in Zari's life. So it looks like he was able to get Andre on the phone. He's like, yes, like, I don't know if you remember me. I am Sienna's father, you know, the mother of your son, Zari. Do you remember Zari? And, like, Andre's, like, getting this call and thinking, like, what the heck? Like, why are you, like, I haven't seen or heard from anybody in the Everberry family in quite a while, and you're, like, really coming at me right now. Like, what is going on? He's like, look, I don't know what's going on in your life or what's going on, but I'm just here to let you know that you have a whole son out here who, you know, is growing up in this world without his father, and I think it's super important that you start to get more involved in your son's life. He's not getting any younger, and at this point, he doesn't really even ask about you, and I think that's something that should be of issue and a problem to you. So you need to get your act together and make it a point to make your son a priority in your life. So he kind of just like hung up the phone on Andre without even giving him a chance to respond back, because honestly at this point, Glade doesn't even care what Andre's excuse is for not being in his son's life. He's like, there's no excuse for this. You need to be in your son's life. And he's all like, look, I feel like I've done my piece here. My days are numbered at this point. I could go at any point now, and I feel good about the fact that I, you know, got a bug in Andre's ear that he needs to be involved in his son's life. So I'm hopeful that once I'm gone from this world that Andre actually will step up, and I hope it's sooner rather than later, because it would be a shame if this isn't the wake-up call he gets, and, you know, Zari, after I leave, just doesn't have, like, a male figure to be a father figure to him afterwards. So hopefully that ends up being a thing, and hopefully Sienna, like, actually, like, follows up with Andre, because she hasn't really chatted a whole bunch with Andre. Andre's been sending her, like, sex, like, he's been doing that, and she's like, Andre, what the hell, or what the heck? Oh shoot, everybody needs to pee, but I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. Let me go ahead and end things here on little Zari over here, who got to have the time of his life looking up at the stars in the telescope. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I realized this was kind of not too much is going on, but I needed a little bit of a lull in this series. We're getting towards the end, so I'm really just kind of grinding at this point to get some things taken care of. I'm pretty sure by next episode Sienna should be at level 9 of her career, which I'm realizing that I haven't even told you guys what career level she's at. When she got out of university, she was she entered the politician career as a representative, which apparently was level 8. I'm not mad about it, because that means that, you know, we're not going to have to spend another 20 episodes getting through her career, which I am cool with. So next episode, she probably should be at level 9. I'll probably get her there over, like, off screen. I know I already got, like, the 5 votes she needs, but because her charisma's maxed out, she can just demand promotions. So I'm pretty sure even if she doesn't have the career tasks figured out, she should still be able to just go into work and ask for promotion and get that. So I might just have her do that. We'll see. But we'll do that, and okay, yeah, we'll do that. And the next episode, I do believe, is what, New Year's Eve or something. So we're winding down. I'm pretty sure we only have like about 2 episodes left in this generation. I know it feels like we've been on Rose Gen for an eternity, but it's been a fun ride, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below regarding this episode. What do you think about Sienna finally getting serious about her love life and really starting to figure out, you know, having real grown woman relationships where she's trying to find the one versus just like being polyamorous? And 2, what do you think about little Zari? Is he not the cutest? Do you think that Andre will step up and become a part of his life? Or is this kid just going to have to wait till he gets older and discover new life forms to be friends with? Because his parents, they're a hopeless case, are they not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, stay dazzled. I will see you in the next one. Bye.